Jay-Z dragged into FBI investigation, industry shaken. Hollywood is ablaze with rumors, and this time, the focus is on Jay-Z, one of the most untouchable people in music history. Known for his success and self-control, the wealthy rapper and business magnate is now dealing with an unexpected turn of events. Fans and industry insiders are shocked to learn that Jay-Z has been connected to an ongoing FBI probe. Is this going to be his greatest career obstacle? Now, the man who started an empire from scratch is caught in the midst of a storm that has the potential to completely change everything. Let's watch. 1. The unimaginable occurs. Rap legend, self-made success story, and billionaire Jay-Z is currently dealing with a storm that has the potential to permanently alter his reputation. The music legend has reportedly been involved in an FBI investigation related to potential financial irregularities and links with prominent players in the entertainment world, which is a startling turn of events. The same man who built a business from the streets of Brooklyn and turned it into a billion-dollar dynasty is suddenly under severe federal examination. The announcement has surprised fans and industry insiders, sending shockwaves through the entertainment industry. Jay-Z, who is well known for his strategic maneuvers and impeccable corporate image, is now in uncharted area where survival, strategy, and silence are crucial. Federal authorities are reportedly looking into potential wrongdoing behind the scenes in relation to financial transfers, business agreements, and collaborations involving several organizations associated with the musician. One of hip-hop's most powerful figures is now battling to preserve his reputation and his business, after what started out as a modest investigation has now descended into a full-scale media maelstrom. 2. Pressure on the empire. Jay-Z's impact extends well beyond the music business. His entertainment empire is one of the most varied, encompassing luxury brands, sports management, streaming platforms, multi-million-dollar investments, and his record label, Roc Nation. However, investigators are now taking notice of this exact reach. There have been rumors that some commercial dealings and relationships, particularly those involving entertainment contracts and offshore investments, have been subject to legal scrutiny. According to insiders, the FBI is looking through documents related to Jay-Z's business interests to see whether there were any dubious transfers or assets that were not disclosed. Even though no formal accusations have been brought, his network has been rocked by the suggestion of improper behavior. According to reports, associates are rushing to tighten compliance records, check contracts, and disassociate themselves from any scandal. Jay-Z, who has always taken great satisfaction in maintaining control, sees this probe as the kind of turmoil he has avoided for decades. 3. The fallout with Diddy. This investigation's timing couldn't be worse. Sean Diddy Combs, Jay-Z's longtime buddy and business partner, has been embroiled in a number of legal issues in recent months. There has been conjecture that the FBI is pursuing financial trajectories that intersect with a number of well-known music moguls, including Jay-Z, as it expands its investigation into the entertainment sector. The connection has sparked media frenzy, even though Jay-Z has not been charged with any crimes. Now, analysts are openly wondering if any of the agreements made by the two superpowers, especially cooperative ventures and events, would be scrutinized. In the past, both men stood for the height of prosperity and autonomy in the music industry. However, those who are committed to revealing the reality beneath the glitzy exterior of celebrity wealth have finally taken notice of that achievement. Fans are shocked and the industry is disturbed by the notion that Jay-Z, who is renowned for his careful business instincts, could be drawn into such a complex web. 4. Strategic silence and legal tension. As the headlines erupt around him, Jay-Z has stayed silent, living up to his reputation for poise under duress. Behind closed doors, his legal team, which insiders say is among the most skilled in the business, has been working non-stop to handle the problem. According to sources, they have already met with federal representatives several times to make clear his involvement in the situation and guarantee collaboration without creating a public spectacle. However, the speculation has continued despite the stillness. Jay-Z's every action is now being scrutinized, from his mysterious social media posts to his absence from some public engagements. According to legal experts, this is a traditional defensive tactic. Refrain from making statements, restrict publicity, and defer to the attorneys. This deliberate silence, however, has produced tension of its own. Few people could picture Jay-Z being pushed into silence, as he established his career by controlling his story. 5. The reaction in Hollywood. Hollywood rushed to contain the damage after it was revealed that Jay-Z's name had come up in an FBI probe. According to reports, sponsors, business associates, and even close friends started inquiring about the potential depth of the problem. Within days, there were whispers that certain brands were halting talks or awaiting clarity before proceeding. Although some have privately offered support, Roc Nation-affiliated celebrities, executives, and artists have generally remained silent. Others are reportedly discreetly changing their allegiances out of concern for the possible consequences of being connected to a federal investigation. The entertainment sector, which is based as much on perception as on performance, is taking it slow. The quintessential rags to riches tale, Jay-Z's brand, has long been associated with success, sophistication, and discipline. However, decades of success could be overshadowed by the potential for legal conflict. This is a wake-up call for an entire industry that has frequently conflated art, money, and power. It's not just another celebrity controversy. 6. The effect on finances. Jay-Z's greatest weapon has always been his financial expertise, which was once worth over $1 billion. However, even a hint of dispute can have an impact on civilizations in a world where worth is determined by impression. According to insiders, Jay-Z's business endeavors have temporarily slowed down, especially those involving investors and foreign alliances. In order to guarantee complete openness and avoid becoming collateral damage, business supporters are apparently reviewing their own transactions. Along with the financial strain, there is also a reputational and emotional cost. The foundation of Jay-Z's empire was his journey from street hustler to commercial tycoon. That change depended on influence, image, and trust. That trust may be damaged if the probe goes deeper, which might have an impact on upcoming projects and endorsements. According to reports, Jay-Z's advisors are trying to stabilize his economic holdings, while his attorneys are concentrating on getting declarations that disassociate him from any unlawful activities. Even if he turns out to be innocent, the taint of federal inquiry is hard to remove, so the damage might already be done. 7. The legacy at risk. Power has always been central to Jay-Z's narrative. Power over his work, his company, and his future. However, such control seems to be eroding for the first time in years. One concern remains as the FBI broadens its investigation. What effect will this have on his legacy? For his supporters, he represents self-made success and is more than just a rapper. He is a cultural architect. He serves as a model for the industry on how to transform art into wealth. However, legacies are brittle, and rumors of federal intervention can quickly change public opinion. According to those close to Jay-Z, he is handling the issue calmly and is relying on his loved ones and reliable confidants to help him weather the storm. According to reports, Beyoncé, his wife, is steadfastly supporting him in a private and non-public manner. One thing is certain, the entire business is keeping a careful eye on this chapter, regardless of whether it ends in controversy or vindication. Jay-Z's reputation as one of the most resilient people in Hollywood will be further cemented if he survives. However, if the inquiry reveals anything significant, it might be a watershed moment, not only for him, but also for the industry's very power structure, which he helped create. In conclusion, it seems almost impossible that federal investigators would be looking into Jay-Z, the rapper who once talked about slaying the law and becoming an expert at the game. He has been untouchable for decades, respected for his intelligence, discipline, and ability to handle celebrity without causing trouble. However, when the law steps in, even the most well-planned empires may be exposed. One thing becomes evident as the FBI's investigation progresses. Nobody in Hollywood is above the law. It remains to be seen if this turns into a fleeting fad or a battle that defines a career. For the time being, the world observes as one of the biggest music legends battles the war of his life. A struggle that takes place in the shadows of power, where justice and fame clash rather than on stage. Let us know in the comments what you think about the Jay-Z dragged into FBI investigation industry shaken, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.